Over 250 exclusives, early access to new videos including the 10 worst songs of 2024 next month. I'm on Discord almost daily, and I still make time to shower. That's not on the Patreon though. Support the habit at patreon.com/doseofbuckley. I'd like to start this video with a question to you. How often do you bathe? Shower, bath, hose down in the backyard, carny shower in a gas station restroom, whatever. If you're feeling brave, pause the video, answer in the comments, and then feel judged over the next 10 minutes. You've done that? Great. Well, for those of you with working noses, you'll be happy to know that most Americans shower daily. Harvard said that about 67% of Americans shower daily, while Mr. Reuter, really the better source here, says the average American showers roughly 6 times a week and is in there for about 15 minutes. This is all good. No notes on this. Stop the video, right? Well, it would seem that the internet is hell-bent on making the world a stinkier, grosser place. This article started making the rounds again on social media. Daily showers are purely performative and have no real health benefit, experts insist. The first expert quoted in the article says, "Why are we washing? Mostly because we're afraid somebody else will tell us that we're smelling." Want to guess their profession? Environmentalist. Of course some tree-hugging hippie who doesn't care what they smell like would have this opinion. But yes, you should be afraid someone will tell you that you smell, because you shouldn't smell. I'm gonna say the line, Bart, but we live in a fucking society. The people you work with, shop at the same store as, eat in restaurants with, shouldn't have to smell your rank BO that you don't think is so bad. The Harvard article mentions that the habit to shower daily typically begins around puberty and becomes lifelong. Great, right? Except, I think we might be in real danger of today's kids believing that personal hygiene and cleanliness isn't that important. Why? Because they idolize filthy, gross animals that we call streamers, content creators, and influencers. This is who is influencing your kids. We start with KSI. A clip surfaced recently where he says you should only really have to shower once a week.
I don't like showering. It's just boring. I have to open the shower to go in. I literally train, twice a day, every day, and I have to shower twice. Also, I just feel like surely once a week is more than enough.
No.
No. All you need to do, deodorant to cover the smell or aftershave. No, honestly,
no.
I bet you I don't need to shower for 1 week and you won't even be able to tell.
Let's go.
He thinks that he could work out twice a day, every day, not shower for a week, just slather on some aftershave and deodorant and smell fine? Absolutely not. It's like when you use the work bathroom after someone's taken a shit in there and they sprayed some sort of flowery spray to cover it up. And all it ends up smelling like is that you walked into a garden where a hobo took a dump. And I can tell you guys from experience, I've coached kids for years of my life. Do not teach them that all they need to do is just put deodorant on and not shower. You can absolutely tell. But the other part of this is the trickle down that he's not telling you about. Or it makes you question what other poor hygiene habits does he have. Like, you go and work out twice a day and then come home and you don't shower. You eventually go to sleep in your bed. How often are those sheets getting washed? They are just soaking up your fucking sweat and grossness, and then you do it all again the next day, and the day after that. And man, if you find showering boring because, you have to open a door and go in there. By the way, I don't think he finds it boring. I think that KSI feels like 15 minutes is too long to have to be alone with his own thoughts, but we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, if you find showering boring, I bet you find laundry boring as fuck too. So those sheets aren't getting washed. So then, eventually, you do take a shower, and that night you go back to bed. Guess what? You're sleeping in your own filth again anyway. And what about clothes? Is he at least changing his socks and underwear every day? How often are those getting washed? Because I don't trust a guy who says he can't fucking take a few minutes out of his day to shower to keep anything else clean. And no, of course the people on KSI's podcast, his sidemen, are never going to tell him that he smells. They all make money because of KSI. Just call them Takumi Fujiwara because they are all on that initial D. This might take the lead for the most obscure reference I've ever made. But anyway, George Carlin once said in his stand-up that all you really need to do is wash the 4 key areas: armpits, asshole, crotch, and teeth. And while he joked that you could clean all 4 with the same brush, if your concern with showers is, oh, it washes away all the good bacteria and can actually harm your immune system, as many of these articles like to tell you, that is a good middle ground if you're at least doing that every day. Again, Carney gas station sink special. Get the smelliest parts clean, put on fresh clothes, you can hop in the shower and hop out in like 4 minutes or less. And then hopefully, you're using towels that are washed relatively frequently. Unlike another popular streamer that's influencing your kids, xQc. If you don't think he's influencing your kids, the other day I was out in public and heard a kid use the word chat, like, "Chat, is this real?" to his friends. Someone's gonna be like, Buckley, he didn't invent that, he just says it 30 times a sentence. But the point is, kids are absolutely influenced by streamers, and xQc is a very popular streamer. So, I don't know how old this clip is, but here's xQc, getting paid $100 million, by the way, to tell you this.
Because one time, I used the same towel for like a month and a half, and it started smelling like a mold. And then I was enjoying myself, and like dude, I smell like legit mold.
He also once explained that he got a double ear infection from using the same moldy towel. $100 million. Dude doesn't even have to do laundry. Walmart has a 4-pack of towels for $25. He could literally buy 13 of those 4-packs, $325, and throw the fucking things out once a week if he doesn't want to wash them. You know, Mr. Beast is friends with xQc. Maybe he was over at his house, saw Frenchie's towels, and that's where he got the idea for the cheese in Lunchly. xQc's room is no better. He once showed his audience his desk and floor, which contains half-eaten food, pizza boxes, old Starbucks cups, and soda cans, just all over the fucking place. This is how these greasy fuckers live. So rich that they think they're above cleaning up their own garbage, but too cheap, paranoid, stupid, take your pick, that they can't just fucking hire a goddamn maid service to clean up after them. And you might think, oh, he's just one guy, he's busy, he's gotta watch other people's videos for 10 hours a day, or whatever the fuck. Doesn't seem to matter if it's one person living in a house or more. A video went viral of the FaZe house. FaZe is a pro esports team and content creator group. Anyway, their house was infested with ants because people were leaving food around. These are all adults. They don't know how to fucking pick up after themselves. And so, I've saved the grossest for last. Asmongold. You've all seen the famous clip of roaches crawling on him. Well, he recently got suspended for a couple of weeks from Twitch for, I don't know, just casually suggesting all Palestinians should be murdered. You can't advocate genocide no more. And decided to punish himself. Like a child, the only punishment he could think of was to clean his house. Oh, and of course by punishment I mean create content that got 1.5 million views on YouTube, but anyway. He shared before and after pictures. I don't know how much of this is trolling versus real, but there's a picture of his kitchen sink, big spider in there, utensils caked in, I don't even know what the fuck. He did a before and after of his living room, and it still looked like something you'd be embarrassed to show people if you were normal. And he thought this was funny. He talks about how he found a KFC receipt from 2008. That was 16 years ago! What are the odds that Oscar the Grouch here found this stapled to a bag that still had chicken garbage in it? And he's like, isn't this funny? No, it's fucking sad. And this is the type of shit where kids will go, well, Asmongold makes millions of dollars, KSI is rich and popular, the FaZe Clan are all rich, xQc makes 9 figures. They clearly got it figured out. Why should I shower or clean my towels or clean my room? And we're gonna end up with a generation of kids walking around smelling like a sewer rat's dick cheese. But the thing is, poor hygiene can often be a sign of various mental illnesses, including anxiety and depression. Personally, I know if I was xQc, I'd be itching to take a bath with a toaster. But no, seriously, I cut this from the first clip I played for you, one of KSI's hangers-on talking about why he needs to shower 4 times a day.
No,
I
every
shower
single
like
day.
4 or 5 times a day, I reckon.
It's what? Wait.
Because I go after every time I
You
go for
eat
a poo, I go for a
Do
shower.
you poo 4 times a day?
I poo twice a day, and then
So
I'll
where's the
shower in
extra
the
showers?
morning, shower before bed, and then maybe I'll poo 3 times.
Either this man's body has never absorbed fiber in his life, or he's got IBS due to anxiety. Probably because he wakes up every day thinking, holy fuck, my entire livelihood is tied to whether or not people watch this and the popularity of one man. If he goes down, I go down. I saw a clip of that noodle-armed, squeaky-voiced freak Neon arguing with his bodyguard that streaming is harder than roofing because you have to come up with things to talk about constantly. These people are fucking riddled with anxiety, depression, imposter syndrome, and a crippling fear that they'll wake up one day with nothing to say or no more audience to say it to. So, it just goes to show, money can't buy happiness. But it can buy a bar of soap and some toothpaste so you no longer stink like a homeless orgy, you smelly fox.